Welcome to the 2025 Criterium du Dauphiné, an 8-day dress rehearsal where Tour de France dreams get fine-tuned or quietly fall apart. And behind me, well, the world's best are getting ready, not just for this week's bragging rights, but to send a message ahead of the Tour de France. We got Jonas Vingegaard, two-time Tour de France champion, Remco Evenepoel, still on the hunt for his first Tour de France victory, and of course, world champion Tadej Pogacar, three-time Tour de France champion and 2024 victor, out to defend his title. The Dauphiné doesn't hand out any sort of trophies that'll matter once the Tour de France kicks off on July 5th in Lille, but it will indicate who's ready to rule France and who's bluffing. So, you and I are going to speak to the riders to find out how they feel and if they're ready for this showdown.
I think every year Dauphiné is a super important race, but obviously this year we have a majority of the favourites here, so it's sort of elevated its status maybe against Tour de Suisse, because you always have different guys choosing Dauphiné or Swiss, and this year the level here in Dauphiné is basically a mini Tour de France, and through that you get a little bit more exposure and there's a little bit more pressure here for everyone to test themselves against the big four.
It's good. It's always like a good kind of warm-up race. That's what it's known as, really, for the Tour, isn't it? So it's nice to see who's going well and who's kind of come out of training camps well and stuff like that. Yeah, I think a lot of guys use it as more of like a training race. Maybe kind of seen that a little bit yesterday, but it's still a great race just to see where you're at, and you still have a bit of time before the Tour to go home and tweak things if you need to work on things. Yeah, if you feel like you have to, you know.
I think if you ride the Tour, it's always good to do Dauphiné before. It's like a mini Tour. And also yesterday with legends in the front was nice to watch. Normally it will be a bunch sprint, but they decided to do another way, and I think it's really nice to have a stage like this on the first day.
It's a different race, but it's for sure a lot of the core team we have for the Tour de France, so it should be now we're testing some things out, we're getting coherent as a team again in the race and seeing what our strengths and weaknesses are.
Even if I would not be racing here, I would be watching it on the TV. I would see all the competitors, and yeah, it's a good race to get to know your opponents even better. Like we saw yesterday, Jonas was aggressive. He's in good shape, so I think yeah, we can take some notes for sure.
Tadej was aggressive too. How close to 100% are the guys racing here in the Dauphiné for the Tour de France?
The level is close to 100% right now for most of the bunch. You could smell already yesterday like Tour de France bunch a bit, and me, like everybody else, this race, after the race we will see if there's some improvements to make, or you just need to chill out a little bit to the Tour. So yeah, there's not much options.
All right, time for something that might technically be considered coffee. I'm halfway between the start and the finish, half-charged cafe au lait in hand, and the race heating up out there on the road. This is what makes the Dauphiné so revealing. You got the Tour de France contenders testing each other, but not wanting to show too much. It's a poker match on pedals. You want to burn your rivals, but not your legs. And let's be honest, no matter what anyone says, everyone's watching Jonas, Remco, and Tadej like hawks. This is disgusting.
I'm happy with the shape actually. Yeah, after the crash, it was a bit of a doubt how the preparations would be, but yeah, I could do a lot of hours, so this is exactly what I need now to try and suffer a bit in the final. So there will be enough suffering left for me the rest of the week. So yeah, I'm looking forward.
So ideally, after 6 more days, you're leaving here with a little bit more training. After that, you're ready for July 5th at the Tour de France.
Normally, yes. So that's the goal.
Yeah, we are doing a really good job with the preparation, and this means a lot. This means a lot for sure.
Congrats.
Thank you guys.
Boom! Sprint right here behind me. Podium celebration right there. And if this was the trailer, well, I can't wait for the full movie in July. We saw the punches thrown, UAE, Visma leading at the front as they'll be doing in the Tour de France. Van der Poel coming up on form, so he'll be sharp when we get to July. And Jonathan Milan, who's given leadership of Lidl Trek instead of Mads Pedersen, winning the day, stage 2 in the Criterium du Dauphiné. Drop some comments down below. Who do you think looks the sharpest as we head towards July? And who do you think is going to pull on that first yellow jersey and have the last one when we reach Paris at the end of the Tour de France? Tour de France preview? Well, look around, it's already started.